That's already done.
Thank you.
Right, cool. Obviously we've been talking about the terms and that, about what terms you guys got with us, and all that sort of stuff. And I do say we do agree on term 1 and term 2. Definitely do agree, but there's a few points that we would like to talk about, especially on term 3, and I think that's a term 4. I don't know. Um, there's a few conflicting thoughts and that sort of stuff. Of especially we have two special players by us, which you all guys know, who is Angelo and Wolf, obviously. When we do join an operation with you guys and that, and you guys know how these two guys work, and they do decide to cock up, um, the sort of term of the fact, should we all be punished for something stupid that they do, or should they just be kicked and we deal with them when we're back on our servers?
No, don't get me wrong. Everyone gets kicked is only if you try to fucking fuck with our player base,
It's
because
not
that's a 100% no go.
not
Yeah,
regarding operations necessarily.
Um, you know that works two ways at that point.
Hmm.
Yes, the only difference being that we have 70 players, you have 10.
Yeah, fine. But you know, if of those 10 players, 5 ended up with you because you talked them over,
We're
or
not going to go back into that sort of stuff, Sean. It's all good. We're not going to go into that topic. That topic's old stuff, and we're not here because of that. We're here because of something different. We're here because obviously I contacted Helldiver to ask for a favor in a sort of sense of maybe our player-based system and their player-based system, because we have campaigns, they have campaigns, they have more players, we have less players, unfortunately, on our side. If a few of our member-based players who want to play armor, who want to play operation-based stuff, until we get our shit sorted with our recruiting stuff, if they can able to join the Raven security side of their operations. Helldiver then replied he will talk to his board of representatives, and obviously this is the outcome of it. Which I believe is an acceptance of that sort of these. The things is with the terms, yes, we agree with the tax. We think that's a really good idea and that sort of stuff. But we also there's also if a few things, for example, on when we're on with the ranks and that basic training and ranks and application. We're not, to make it clear, we're not merging the units. I think that's clear. There's no tendency, because obviously you guys don't want to merge with us, and a lot of us don't want to merge with you guys because we want to keep these as two separate units. Maybe with the exceptions of trying to help each other out a few bit with a few things. We don't know what you guys can benefit from us, but I believe we can benefit a few things from you guys. In the sense of a player base, people to do our campaigns, for example. We're not here to steal your players, and we hope obviously that's the same with you guys, that you're not going to try and steal the players that we have left.
Don't get me wrong, Mahoney, but we're not offering a cooperation of this sort. We're offering you a chance to join our unit and to ditch the fucking Kodiak.
Then
We have very little interest, and we have not pretty much nothing to gain from a cooperation.
Okay.
should I step in, Mahoney, or how do you want to go on now?
Obviously, the things what we want to turn out was just a sort of a term of a corporation. See if we can help each other out in a sort of sense, or help us out in a little bit. Mainly
Yeah,
not
I'm sure
us,
you can
but
see the
our
problem
player
with that. You have little or nothing to offer us. It all has to come from our side. That's not a corporation. That's you cutting a deal with us.
well,
We're not getting any advantage out of that, so we're offering you to join us. That way we can cut all this
No.
annoying stuff.
No,
If
because
you don't join us, then
there's such thing as being nice, just being helpful to others.
Didn't work last time, did it?
no, it did not.
I wouldn't know. I wasn't a part of it last time.
All right, cool.
Yes.
Then obviously we just all we want to do is ask if we can our player-based systems, and we're not just 10 people, but our player-based system, if they can join in with your operations as well, so they're not always bored and that sort of, until we get a few more players. That was basically the only question we had. But obviously, you guys aren't really actually interested in that sort of stuff. You technically would like the more players they see ditch Kodiak, which we don't want to do. And then obviously, yeah.
Well, I think we're done with this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then nice talking to you guys.
I think it was great talking to you, but if you just from the ghetto would have said we want you to merge with us so that you have a more active base,
No,
and we
no,
could have
no.
answered properly.
Thomason, no.
I thought that was fairly obvious from the fact that we have pretty much nothing to gain from some form of cooperation. We enjoy having a lot of players, and we like playing with a lot of players. You're free, like the offer we give you is that you can join us and be able to have a lot of people on ops. There's very little for us to gain from allowing another unit that has very little members to sit in on our ops. It's just gonna ruin cooperation for everything.
All right, cool. Well, that was just a question. See if it was possible. If it was a possibility of like sharing sort of topic with campaigns and that sort of stuff, and help us out in a few cents, so most of our people don't get too bored. But if it's not going to work, it's not going to work. Then it was just a question, neutral terms,
That's fine.
all good, cool. Well then, you take care, guys. Have fun.
Peace.
Nice one.
Oh,
I I legitimately don't know what to say. I hope y'all have a nice day.
Bye. See
have
you
fun,
later.
fam.
Yeah, I do have actually a couple of questions.
Ask away.
You do have a pretty big player base. How many times do you did this for me personally? I waited with this before they all left. How much do you organize?
A lot.
A lot.
3 times a week, 4 times a week.
What is happening?
It's fine now. It's already over.
Okay.
Yo, can I get a quick briefing what the fuck was going on?
Yeah, they want a cooperation
Heb je aan het praten?
where they are allowed to join our ops and stuff. They didn't want to actually join the unit, which we have no interest in.
Yep.
And yeah. Shut up, Moni. Let me do my thing. Yeah. So you have enough players. You have enough things going on. In the meanwhile,
Yes.
look. From this point, I'm not going to joke around.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, Lyra.
Thomas,
I'm yes.
are you leaving Kodiak?
Not yet.
I just see Lyra joined.
Yeah, I don't mind. From the ghetto, I was clear. I wouldn't leave Mahoney's back. So.
Alright, why are you still talking then? Mahoney was wanting to talk to everyone again.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I deal with Mahoney on my own terms. Do you not need to spy on me?
Well,
If he wants to say something, let him come to me, please.
What's up, Nero?
They're calling a tactical timeout.
Yo, what the fuck? Tactical boys, come on.
Yeah. Is there a way for me personally to do play with both units? I'm also in the reservist box here, so.
Well, if you're in the reservist box there, possibly. I mean, we've got a quite strict rule on not being in 2 units at the same time, but
do we?
If you're not particularly active, it's more of a you join our ops over the other unit's ops, then we're okay with it. So.
Yeah, you know, when the both campaigns start at the same time, probably is going to be a message for me to whoever section I'm in. Hey, I'm doing the other campaign. I give you a notice when I'm coming back. The same way around. Not a problem there with me, but that's the way I'm thinking. Look, I'm doing something there. Next time I will come by you, but I have
Yeah. The only problem is that multi-uniting is against our rules. We've said that from the beginning. We don't want any messing about with that. So it's probably a no on the being able to join our ops.
That's the only question I did have to ask towards your unit. That's the only personal thing I had stayed open. I want to play with friends, but I don't want to ditch the ones that I have for the ones that choose to do something else.
Fun, but our rules are the way we set them from the beginning. There's no use in bending them because then they just get worse. You're always free to ask Mahoney to come join us, but we're not gonna mess around with that.
All right. Yeah, thank you. That clears things up. I was talking with Roos also a little bit about it. So from there, the question now, because most of you were here. Thank you for the answers. I wish you all a good evening.
See you later, Thomason.
Right. This is too much, man.
That's a meme and a half right there.
This
Right,
is
I'm deleting the server.
game.
Let's go back to the board.
Yeah.
I'm good.